What a chance for Joshua to impress. It's an incredible setting, and down at ringside is Nick Halling, leading our team of guests.
Thanks, Johnny, and I feel sorry for you guys stuck all the way back here. Imagine what it's like being right at ringside in the eye of the storm. Amazing atmosphere, and it's building all the time. Jim Watt, of course, sat next to me, been here, seen it and done it, but Jim was saying earlier, never been to anything quite of the magnitude of this one. And next to him, Paulie Malignaggi from Brooklyn, New York, a two-weight world champion. Paulie, this is how we do big-time boxing in Great Britain. Plenty to hear from the fellows over the course of the next few hours. But first of all, let's get the action underway with our MC, John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, AJ Anthony Joshua! My lords, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Sport proudly presents a record-breaking night of World Championship Boxing, sponsored by Betway, Rockstar Energy Drinks and Lonsdale. All the officials have been appointed by the IBF, WBA and the British Boxing Board of Control. Our steward in charge, Mr. Charlie Giles, and Robert Smith, area representatives Mick Collier and Des Rees, and our inspectors, Bob Rice, Nick Laidman, Richard Barber, Myra Barrett, Nigel Thomas, and Harold Adams. Our medical officers are Dr. Patel, Dr. White, Dr. Callahan, Dr. Fern, and Dr. Sonahai. And we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world on Sky Box Office and HBO. Welcome to Wembley! Yes, indeed. Welcome to the home of dreams. We are in the heavyweight division. 6 rounds of boxing, and introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks, weighing in at 16 stone, 3 pounds 9 ounces. 9 fight record, 7 wins, 3 inside the scheduled distance, and just 2 defeats. Coming to the ring as a former prize fighter contender, ladies and gentlemen, from Milton Keynes, please welcome Matt Legg. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold, weighing in at 16 stone, 12 pounds, undefeated, 5 contests, 5 wins, all inside the scheduled distance. On a journey which brings him to the ring, he was the 2-time ABA champion, the winner of the coveted Olympic gold medal. And ladies and gentlemen, honoured by Her Majesty the Queen, he is a member of the British Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, from Watford, England, we present AJ Anthony Joshua! Let's get the action underway. Timekeeper at that bell is Peter McCann of Ruislip. Our referee in charge is Mr. Steve Gray. This is 6 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division.
Okay, boys, if a call break, you must take one step back. Don't let any of your punches go around the back of the head, and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, fellas.
So the journey continues then for Anthony Joshua, but he's up against an opponent who says, well, I've got nothing to lose, and I'm going to give it a real go here, and I'm going to be more aggressive than any opponent that Anthony has faced so far. Matt Legg, I think, knows he's got one shot here, and he's just trying to land something early and quickly and spring a surprise. Well, he's certainly coming out as we expected. It's a daunting prospect for him, though. Nobody has yet taken Joshua into a third round, and Jim, nobody seriously expects Matt Legg to do that tonight.
No, they don't, but I think Matt Legg knows he's here to play a part, but he's going to do that to the best of his ability. But he looks happy to be, and he just missed the whisker out with a left hook. Which maybe told us something. There's another one, he's giving it a go, and that's all we can ask of him.
Well, he knows he's not outboxing him for 6 rounds. He knows that for a fact, and he is unloading bombs here, Matt Legg, and if one of them does detonate, who knows?
He's making Joshua work, and that's what we have to see. He really hasn't had to work too hard in his short pro career. So Matt Legg, to his credit, is making them work.
Right, don't punch.
Easy journey down the M1 for Matt. Milton Keynes based, does a lot of his training in Luton.
It's a nice upper body movement as he comes forward. You know, he's given this a bit of thought. You know, but we've seen him box before, but I've never seen him put so much thought into it. He's giving this a go. He's glad to be here.
Getting the high guard up there as Joshua died. Oh, that right hand uppercut. Bang. Doesn't matter how much of a go you have. If you get tagged like that, you're in desperate trouble. And he's done. One big right hand. Good night.
Yeah, but we're not surprised at the one-round finish. But thankfully, in the short time it lasted, Matt Legg made him work. Caught him with a couple of shots, put him under a little bit of pressure, got him breathing heavily, which I haven't seen in his short career. But there you go, that's what's so special about one punch, and everything is turned upside down. A terrific shot, short, jolting uppercut, and as soon as it landed, you can see the way Matt Legg collapsed to the floor. There was no point in beating the count, and there was no chance he was going to.
Paulie.
Yeah, you know, I like the way Joshua maintained his composure. He had a guy that had nothing to lose. Matt Legg came out throwing bombs. I don't think he threw one jab. He was just looking to throw power shots from the go. I love the way Joshua maintained composure despite a wild guy in front of him, set him up. He knew the uppercut was there the whole time with a shorter opponent, and Legg was kind of coming in with his head, and he finally set him up and caught him with it.
Big expectations about Anthony Joshua in this country, as I'm sure you can imagine, Paulie. Your first time was seeing him in the flesh. I know it didn't last long. What did you make of him? Are you looking at potentially a future world champion?
Well, you know, from here, I mean, I hear you see the uppercut early on. He was looking for it from the go because he saw Legg coming in kind of with his head in, looking to kind of just bold his way in and throw power shots. There's that first uppercut again. And again, it was something that Joshua knew was there, but he didn't overexert himself to find it. He waited to set it up, and there was the end again. He set it up in the middle of the combination, he got Matt Legg to bend down the way he did right there with the overhand shot first, and then set him up for the uppercut. I love the way he maintained his composure. I love the way he thought his way through it, and he set up his opponent.
Yeah, once again, Jim, it's something we've said about him right from the start of his career. He doesn't rush anything, does he?
Yeah, but it's a cool head. He has a cool head outside of the ring. No doubt he'll look at the tape and find something he did wrong. Maybe took punches he didn't want to. He's never happy. But look at the natural power he has. He has got lovely balance, terrific technique. He's improving all the time, and that is the most important thing at this stage of his career. But the natural power, he doesn't have to wind the shots up. That shot was a finisher. And
you see those first 2 shots he threw were right over the top of Legg. He knew Matt Legg was going to bend down that way. Threw two throwaway punches, as we call them, just to set up that powerful uppercut. Well balanced, like Jim said.
Well, that's a nice, easy night. That might be the quickest win of his career so far, and I'm sure we'll be seeing him again, all being well, in a couple of months. They're whispering about Matt Skelton potentially being the opponent, the old British champion, and that would be an interesting one.
Ladies and gentlemen, timekeeper Peter McCann has recorded a time of 1 minute and 23 seconds of the first round. On a count out, your winner and still undefeated, AJ Anthony Joshua!
And that is indeed his quickest yet. He's getting quicker and
Next
quicker.
show, appreciation, please, as he
His
leaves the
last
ring.
fight against Hector Avila in Scotland in March, that was his previous quickest, 2 minutes 14 of the first round. This one, 1:23. They're not paying him for overtime, are they? He's getting them out of there quickly. He's barely broken a sweat. But surely now they're going to have to start looking to move him up just a little bit. They've been ultra cautious with him because he's had 1 or 2 little knocks and niggles in the gym. But you wouldn't know it the way he's just demolished Matt Legg there. Terrific performance from the Golden Boy.
Anthony, 6 straight knockout win. How did you enjoy that at Wembley?
Ah, it was brilliant. Look at this. Wembley, well, not 80,000, but there is going to be. Everyone's come out to have a good time, enjoy the boxing. I went in there to enjoy it as well. I knew he was going to come out swinging. I see straight away it was a small ring. I knew he couldn't outwork me on the straight shot, so I thought, let me just tuck up and enjoy it, take a few, give a few. But I knew that he could only do that for 3 rounds maximum, so I just knew that if I didn't get tagged too many times, I'll eventually break him down. It's a 6-round fight, so I got enough time to work on a few things.
It only lasted 83 seconds. Do you need a step up in class now?
Well, potentially, I feel that I could step up. Experience-wise, I haven't gone past 2 rounds as a pro yet, so experience is really what I need. I've just come back off a slight injury. I'm back in the mix now. I'm rolling again. I'll be back out July 12th, I think it is. July 12th, and who knows who my opponent will be. Maybe he come out swinging again for a few more rounds, but I really believe that over a 6 to 8 round fight, people definitely get found out in the later rounds, so I hope the knockouts keep on coming.
Let's have a word with promoter Eddie Hearn. Who's next?
We look to fight Matt Skelton on July the 12th in Liverpool. I think it's a good step up for him. You know, he only had a couple of weeks really proper sparring for this camp, so it was a good experience for him. Great to be out in Wembley, and I believe in 2 or 3 years' time he'll be headlining here himself.
Anthony, well done. Well, he was reserved. He gave himself a bit of credit. Knows he's not had enough experience, but excellent next performance.
He did exactly what he was asked to do. He came out here and landed shots against a guy who was overmatched. You know, and he's Olympic champion. You know, he's a specimen. He's huge. He's got power. He's got coordination. He's a genuine athlete, and he'll be a handful for anybody. Even now, although he's very inexperienced, I believe anyone in the world, through his physical attributes, he'll give anybody nightmares.
Matt Legg tried to test him a bit.
Well, you know, it was good, and Jim picked up on it. Good lateral movement. He was doing the right thing. He had his hands held high, but, you know, there's the one right through the middle. The good thing is, even with a strong opponent who's coming, showing him something different, he still had the sense of thought, even in this one huge occasion, to be thinking about the uppercut to get through the guard.
David, have we just seen a different side to his character? Because when it was put on him, he then exposed to give us some more.
He did it. I like the fact that he stayed cool under fire. You know, a lot of the